We're back with another edition of Play by Play's Show of Shows. I'm here at beautiful Chez Josephine Restaurant on Theatre Row, and I'm joined by my friend and New York One colleague, Frank DiLella, and the Tony Award winning Doug Wright, who has a new musical, Hands on a Hardbody. It's based on an obscure 1997 documentary about Texans wanting to win a pickup. That's where the Hardbody is.
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
And Doug, what made this sing for you?
They're wonderfully idiosyncratic characters who all have a very specific yearning for the truck. They're people who are locked in a competition around a truck for long, long hours, so there are plenty of interior monologues going on. And it also felt like the truck itself was a really potent metaphor. For one character, the truck embodies her religious faith. For another character, it's nothing less than his manhood. For a young girl who's never been outside Texas, it's a ticket out. So it was a beautiful metaphor that seemed to cry out for musicalization to me.
The music is by Trey Anastasius and Amanda Green, right?
Correct.
And Trey being a Fish, I mean, you know, he has a huge following in terms of his rock group, Fish, of course, one of the great bands of the 90s. Are you seeing new audiences with this piece, of course, which started out in California at La Jolla and now on Broadway?
We are. We see people come in with the occasional glow stick, but we're also delighted that we're getting, matinee ladies and theater buffs and everyone else as well. But hopefully we are bringing a new ripe body of recruits to the theater. Trey, interestingly, is a real closet musical theater geek and grew up going to matinees from his home in New Jersey. And the first time I met him to talk about the project, he gave this really thrilling dissertation on why the overture to Gypsy is one of the seminal pieces of American music.
Doug, you're a Texan.
I am.
In
indeed.
what way did this sort of help you write this? Because it's your old stomping ground?
A great question, Patrick, because it's made the piece really profound for me and both a joy and a challenge to write, because I have a very mixed relationship with my home state. So in a way, it was a great opportunity for me to forgive a lot of my beefs with Texas and celebrate a lot of what I really genuinely love about it.
You know, going back to the documentary, Doug, did you track these people down? Did you pull in terms of, to create these characters for the stage?
Amanda Green said, we've got to meet these people, and I agreed. So we hired a private detective in Dallas, Texas, to find these individuals who had appeared some 15, 20 years ago in this doc. And he was able to provide us with a list of names and addresses, and we got in a rental car at DFW and drove east into this town, Longview, Texas, and started knocking on doors. And it was remarkable to see the reactions it engendered. But 8 of the characters in the documentary are characters in our show, and they're all coming up to do the red carpet on opening night.
Have any of them seen it?
Quite a few of them were able to come and see it in San Diego.
And their reaction?
Benny Perkins, who's a pivotal figure in the film and played by Hunter Foster in the musical, said, I think this is the best musical since Paint Your Wagon. So it's funny, like normally you're so anxious about critical response to the work, and the paper I'm most nervous about with this particular piece is the Longview News Journal, because I'm writing about their town.
Thank you, Doug. Thank you, Frank. And thank you for joining us. That's it for this edition of Show Shows. Meanwhile, you can follow me at play-by-play at artinfo.com. Thanks.